Want to support this channel and help it grow? Just click on the link below to go to patreon.com to donate for perks and exclusive content. Or click on the Zazzy store link to buy Volclav pack related gears that you can wear and use. Hey guys, Nick60 here, coming to you with Gasp! EVE Online! Oh no! My old addiction is back, but this time I don't have to pay for it. With money, at least. EVE Online has in fact gone free to play with alpha clones, and I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail about that. I might do one later, but this is just a quick notice to those of you in alpha clones, be you new or old, pointing out something that, at least from what I've seen, a lot of people have overlooked. So, I personally am not going to do this because I'm sitting on the ship, and I do want to advise you guys that you're going to see is just an example. It doesn't mean I necessarily recommend it. I'm just letting people know they can do it. And also that I might have just kind of thrown stuff together quickly and not put the greatest amount of effort because the specifics weren't the point. So, again, just that little disclaimer up front. As for what this is and what's going on, well, with alpha clones, the short version is you can play the game for free. No monthly subscription required. The caveat is you have to fit within a set number of limits. Skills are slowed down. You can only play either low-level stuff like this mining frigate or some racial ships. I'm a Marian, so yay. But and the racial ships are limited up to cruisers. So you can fly frigates, destroyers, cruisers, Tech 1. That's another thing. You have to stick to mostly Tech 1, some Tech 2, but mostly Tech 1 skills. Um, Haulers, the mining frigates. So you can't skills train slower. You can, unlike paid subscriptions, which can stack as many skills as you want, they can only stack skills if they all start within the next 24 hours. Yada yada yada. There's limits, but they're fairly fair limits, in my opinion. Uh, but I'm about to tell you, as you can tell from the title and the description, how, as an alpha clone, you can fly a battlecruiser. Battlecruisers are the step up from cruisers. They use the same size weapons, but more of them hit harder, survive longer, just in general are the stepping stone between cruisers and battleships, and for mission runners, are sort of the go-to standard for level 3 missions. Then battleships for level 4. So the missions that you run in them are fairly profitable. Which, I can't remember the exact numbers, but you're looking at millions of ISK an hour. Which, especially for an alpha clone, that's a lot of money. Millions and millions of ISK an hour. If you can, once you get your skills up to actually not get blown up the first time you try, of course. But the question is, how do you do that if you're limited to cruisers as the highest level you can train? You do that with this. This is the Gnosis class battle cruiser. It is a specialty ship that was given away as a gift. This one's mine. You can get them. You can buy them. People are selling them. There's blueprints out there. They're an acquirable ship. They're not cheap. I think they're going for something like actually, let's just check real quick. They, they're going for around 60 million, if that's to be believed. So, and especially for an alpha clone, They're not, especially for a new Alpha clone, they're not a cheap ship, but you can get them. But how on earth as an Alpha clone, because I'm an Alpha clone, can I fly this and fit it and all that? Well, its only requirement is Spaceship Command 1. And any race can fly these. Mine's uninsured before everyone starts drooling. It will never leave the station because I'm not that desperate for ISK to try to run missions in this thing. This is just for an example. So sorry to disappoint you guys. I'll mostly be in that venture if you want to pop me. So we have a 25% bonus to medium energy turret, medium hybrid turret, and medium projectile turret. 50% bonus to command burst area of effect range. I actually don't think the alphas can use command burst, but don't quote me on that. 25% bonus to heavy missile and heavy assault missile damage. 50% bonus to drone hit points and damage. And 37.5% bonus to core and combat scanner probe strength, and it can use one command burst module. So any race can use this and do decently well. It's got bonuses to everything. You can shield tank them, you can armor tank them, you can fit whatever weapons you feel like, as long as they're cruiser sized. Now, I've seen people get creative with the kind of fitting, but let's be honest, if you want to be effective, they're probably going to be cruiser sized. It's got 5 turret slots, which I've occupied, or 5 missile slots with, let's see, where is it? Oh, high power slots. With 6 high power slots, so you could do 5 and 1 or 3 and 3 or whatever, but trust me, you're going to want to pick one weapon and stick with it. It's got 6 medium slots and 6 low slots, so it's balanced towards everything and nothing. And it's a fairly tough ship. It's got some nice resistances for default and things, and admittedly it's been quite a while since I played this, so I'm going a little bit off old memory. 57.50 default kilometer targeting range, so you can hit from a distance. It's just overall I'm not going into too many examples because this is just sort of a slap together video. Honestly, it would take me way too long to relearn Eve to effectively do this, which is why I spend most of my time mining minerals and building stuff and hunting rats while I get reaccustomed to the game. But as you would have seen, I did fit it already. And so let's have a look at the fitting. And like I said, this is not going to be the greatest fitting in the world. Okay, I can't make that bigger. I've got 5 medium heavy modulated pulse energy beams. These are I think these are Tech 1. Yeah, they're Tech 1. Oops, I turned it off. Yeah, beam ones. They're Tech 1s. Default fall off range is 21 with an optimal of 15. You can adjust that with your ammunition choices, which I briefly cover, as well as some of this other stuff I have equipped. I've got 5 of them, plus a salvager, so this is probably going to be running missions. You've got the tracking computer 2, which is a Tech 2 that alphas can use. It automatically provides some bonuses to range and tracking speed, and then you can load it with scripts to optimize one or the other. A micro warp drive, because it's not the fastest thing in the world. Omnidirectional tracking link to improve drones. And then I just threw in some cap stuff. And down here we have our tank, mostly. Medium armor repair 2, another Tech 2. Tech 2 damage control, which provides passive boost, resistance boosts to everything. Plus, assuming we're going into the mission, we have a thermal hardener and an EM hardener. These are Tech 1 meta items. You can swap them out for whatever, depending on profile, and then a pair of Tech 2 heat sinks to improve the DPM of the lasers. Now, running everything at once, yeah, this will deplete in 1 minute 27 seconds. Well, this is mostly to get from point A to point B in a mission. 4 minutes 50 seconds. You're probably going to be bursting your tracking computer for only when you need it. You're not going to be using your salvager except after you've cleared an area, assuming you're even bothering to salvage during a mission. I just threw it up there because I couldn't think of anything better to do. Actually, well, I'm going to show you why I didn't drop a tractor beam in there in a second. So we're up to 6 minutes 33 seconds. If you're pulsing your armor repairer, your cap's stable, even turning that back on, that's another big energy drain. You can also swap that out for an afterburner if you're going to be using it more regularly and don't want to chew up as much power, again, for whatever reason. So you can, this is a pretty safe fit, in my opinion. I mean, it's not a great fit. I definitely do a lot more research before settling on this, and obviously it's not rigged because I'm not going to be flying it, which will adjust your effective damage. Let's link these, and let's see now. Oh, right, duh. Let's go to our, what we're just toting along with us. We have some ammo, lasers, crystals for the lasers. We have optimal range, optimal tracking for your link. Mobile tractor unit, which it'll just one by one grab all the cans and the salvage and loot it, which is why I have a salvager there instead of a tractor beam. If you don't have a mobile tractor unit, you're probably going to have a tractor beam in there instead to grab things. I just dropped it because I have it there. So, whatever. Now, let's see. For standard, you have, obviously your standard ammo. For multi-frequency, for close range, but heavier DPS. Microwave for long range. And then we have Imperial Navy stuff. Oh, nope. That's right. Because they're not stacked, they can't do that. But the Imperial Navy multi-frequency and microwave, and I don't have any medium Imperial Navy crystals. These will burn out, so you have to buy more, but they just perform in general better and make up for the fact that you can't fit Tech 2 weapons. Then you can add tank or DPM or whatever you feel like for how to fit this. And like I said, this isn't an optimized fit for really anything. This is just an example showing that an alpha clone can actually fit a decent fitting on a Gnosis. And my example, of course, is for mission running, but you can use it for other stuff. It's designed for scanning and exploration. But, like I said, the caveat is, this is not a regularly available ship. Yeah, it's on the market because there were so many of them given out in blueprints and things. But it still is a fairly shiny target, both literally and figuratively. So, that disclaimer again I have to throw up that when you're out there flying it, you're a bullseye. Which is again why I'm not out there flying it, because I'm just kind of sitting on mine and use it for the infamous station spinning. Because it is a really pretty ship. I like it. I like how it looks. And I'm kind of sad it's rarer than, a lot of other ships. But oh well. So, if you're a mission runner and you want to brave level 3s, well, again, I'd recommend you go out very prepared and always keep in mind, don't fly it unless you're prepared to lose it. But congratulations, as an alpha clone, here's a battlecruiser that you can fly that will definitely probably be definitely probably this one is probably the toughest ship that, as an alpha clone, you can fly with fit properly. But again, it's also a pretty big bullseye to compensate for that. And I'm sure a lot of people are now sitting there saying, "Oh, it only requires Spaceship One, which means all I have to do is somehow get the money with it, like it can fly it in day one." That's a bad idea. I'm just gonna go outright and say that's a bad idea. Don't fly it unless you can fit it, at the very least. So yeah, I just wanted to sit here and show off the Battlecruiser that Alpha clones can use. There might be a couple other of these unique ships that Alpha clones can use that I'm not aware of. It's been like a year since I last logged in until a day or two ago with the Alpha clone release. But ta-da! And yeah, so missiles, lasers, whatever. This thing will take it all. So again, you don't have to be concerned about I have to make an Amarian character. But yeah, that's it for this particular video. I'm pretty sure I just decreased the Gnosis population by releasing this. Thank you all for watching. I hope this has been helpful and or useful in some way, shape, or form. Nick60 signing off for this vid. I'll see you in the next one. Fly safe, all.